There is one habit that shapes your destiny, a habit that controls your thoughts, emotions, and the very reality you experience. Carl Jung believed that our inner world determines our outer world. Master this habit, and you will master your life. Ignore it, and you will remain a prisoner of fate. Every thought we entertain, every word we silently whisper to ourselves, is an architect of our reality. Carl Jung understood that the unconscious mind is not merely a storage of forgotten memories, but the silent orchestrator of our destiny. The inner dialogue, the ceaseless conversations within, shape the very fabric of our lives. If these conversations remain unexamined, they become the unseen forces driving our choices, our emotions, and ultimately our fate. To master life, one must first master this habit, self-talk, the eternal whisper of the unconscious. The external world is merely a reflection of what transpires within the recesses of our minds. Imagine two people presented with the same challenge. One perceives it as an insurmountable obstacle, while the other sees an opportunity. What differentiates them? It is not their circumstances, but their internal dialogue. The first person's inner voice may whisper, "I am not ready for this, I will surely fail," while the second affirms, "This is a chance to grow. I can handle this." Over time, these patterns crystallize into identity, reinforcing beliefs that dictate action, shaping success or failure long before a step is even taken. Jung argued that we do not truly control our lives until we become conscious of the unconscious forces that shape our thoughts. Until then, we remain trapped in loops of self-perpetuating narratives. Those who feel unloved have often told themselves this story so frequently that it becomes their truth, a self-fulfilling prophecy. They may push others away or perceive slights where none exist, all because their inner monologue confirms the belief that they are not worthy of love. Conversely, those who believe in their value, even if imperfectly, radiate confidence, attracting the respect and affection they assume is theirs by right. Changing the trajectory of one's life begins with altering the conversations within. If our thoughts remain hostile, fearful, or resigned, so too will be our reality. The mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts the dominant narrative and aligns external circumstances accordingly. When someone persistently tells themselves they are unlucky, their attention unconsciously filters the world to confirm this belief, highlighting every misfortune while ignoring the instances of good fortune. Similarly, those who cultivate a narrative of resilience see setbacks not as personal curses, but as stepping stones toward growth. Jung's work suggests that transformation requires integrating the unconscious into consciousness. This means not only recognizing limiting beliefs, but actively reshaping them. If a person wishes to cultivate self-confidence but carries an inner dialogue steeped in doubt, they must first confront this misalignment. It is not enough to wish for change. One must deliberately rewrite the script of their mind. Instead of saying, "I am not good enough," one must begin affirming, "I am growing into my strength." This shift, though seemingly subtle, reprograms the unconscious to accept a new reality. The habit of inner speech determines more than personal success. It influences relationships, health, and even physical reality. When two people experience the same situation, their internal interpretations determine their emotional responses. One may perceive a comment as a slight, while another may interpret it as constructive criticism. The difference lies not in the words spoken, but in the lens through which they are received, and that lens is shaped by habitual self-talk. Those who nurture compassion in their internal dialogue extend it to others, fostering connection rather than conflict. Beyond relationships, the mind-body connection is profoundly influenced by the words we feed ourselves. Jung understood that psychological stress, rooted in fear-laden inner conversations, manifests physically. The body responds to the mind's commands, whether explicit or subtle. Those who constantly tell themselves, "I am overwhelmed, I can't handle this," send signals to the body that create tension, fatigue, and even illness. Conversely, those who cultivate a narrative of inner strength experience a physiological state that aligns with resilience. It is no coincidence that people who believe in their capacity to heal often recover faster than those who resign themselves to illness. The transformative power of self-talk extends into creativity and problem-solving. When an artist stares at a blank canvas, their internal dialogue can be either paralyzing or liberating. "I have nothing new to offer," results in a frozen hand, while "let's see where this leads" opens the door to creation. The greatest thinkers, from Jung to Einstein, understood that the quality of their inner discourse determined the brilliance of their insights. A mind filled with self-doubt rarely births innovation, whereas one that embraces curiosity and exploration discovers solutions unseen by others. Mastering inner speech requires vigilance. The mind, left unchecked, reverts to old narratives, replaying memories and fears as if they were happening in real time. The practice of conscious self-talk is not a one-time correction, but a lifelong discipline. One must observe thoughts as they arise, question their validity, and replace destructive narratives with empowering ones. This is not self-deception, but self-creation. Just as a sculptor carves away excess to reveal form, we must sculpt our thoughts to reflect the reality we wish to experience. The power of imagination plays a central role in this transformation. Jung saw imagination not as idle fantasy, but as a tool to bridge the unconscious and conscious mind. When someone vividly imagines success, their brain encodes the experience as though it has already occurred, reinforcing the belief that they are capable. This is why elite athletes visualize victory before stepping onto the field. They condition their minds to accept triumph as inevitable. Similarly, anyone seeking change must use imagination as a rehearsal for reality, embodying the thoughts, emotions, and actions of their desired future until they become second nature. One must also guard against negative inner speech disguised as realism. Many believe that being harsh with themselves is necessary for growth, yet this often reinforces fear rather than strength. True self-discipline does not stem from self-criticism, but from self-respect. A person who constantly berates themselves into action may achieve results, but at the cost of inner peace. The most effective transformation occurs when one shifts from "I must force myself" to "I choose to grow." The language we use within dictates whether our path is one of struggle or one of empowered progress. Furthermore, collective narratives influence personal self-talk. Society conditions individuals to adopt certain beliefs about their worth, potential, and limitations. Jung's concept of the collective unconscious reveals that much of what we assume to be personal thought is actually inherited from culture, family, and history. To truly master inner speech, one must examine not only personal beliefs, but also the societal stories they have absorbed. Do these beliefs serve growth, or do they confine? To break free from inherited mental shackles, one must consciously choose which narratives to accept and which to discard. The final key to mastering this habit is persistence. Change does not happen overnight. The unconscious mind resists abrupt shifts, clinging to familiar patterns even when they no longer serve. The journey of transforming inner dialogue is not about immediate perfection, but continuous practice. Each time an old belief arises, one must gently redirect it. Over weeks and months, this conscious effort solidifies into an effortless new way of thinking, leading to tangible changes in life. Every word whispered internally is a brushstroke on the canvas of existence. To change life, one must change the language of the mind. This is the true alchemy of the soul, the ability to transmute fear into strength, doubt into confidence, limitation into boundless possibility. Jung's wisdom reveals that fate is not imposed upon us, but shaped by the conversations we have with ourselves daily. Master this habit, and you master the art of conscious creation.